General, oral, and practical maintenance and publications. What is a type certificate data sheet? A document that sets forth essential factors and other considerations which are necessary for U.S. airworthiness certifications of aircraft engines and propellers. What are aircraft specifications? Documents that include basically the same information as a TCDS type certificate datasheet, but are issued for aircraft engines propellers certified under the Air Commerce Regulations. Aircraft specifications is the same information as a type certificate datasheet, but are issued for aircraft engines propellers certified under the Air Commerce Regulations. What documents specifies the type of fuel that should be used in an airplane? The type certificate data sheets for that airplane, the TCDS for that airplane. What document would you use to find the control surface of a specified airplane? The TCDS type certificate datasheet for that airplane. Why is it necessary to refer to the TCDS for an airplane when conducting a 100-hour inspection? The TCDS includes the specifications required for the aircraft to maintain its airworthiness status. Who issues a service bulletin and what is its purpose? It is issued by the manufacturer and it is used to outline procedures to make the product and operate more efficiently and or safe. May the date in an aircraft maintenance manual be used as an approved data for aircraft repair? May the date in an aircraft maintenance manual be used as approved data for an aircraft repair? Yes, an aircraft painter manual is an FAA approved document. Yes, you can. An aircraft painter manual is a FAA approved document. Where would you find the dimensional tolerance for the wrist pin fit in an aircraft engine? Where would you find the dimensional tolerance for the wrist pin fit in an aircraft engine? In the overhaul manual for that engine. What document would you use to find an approved repair for a damaged wing repair? What document would you use to find an approved repair for a damaged wing repair? The structural repair manual for that aircraft. The structural repair manual for that aircraft. What document would you use to find the part number for a landing gear light bulb for an airplane? The Illustrated Parts Catalog. Illustrated Parts Catalog. What document would you use to troubleshoot a malfunctioning electrical flap system? What document would you use to troubleshoot a malfunctioning electrical flap system? The Aircraft Wiring Diagram Manual. Aircraft Wiring Diagram Manual. Where would you find the empty weight of an airplane? In the Aircraft Weight and Balance Manual. In the Aircraft weight and balance manual. What FAA publication describes methods for non-destructive testing? What FAA publications describes methods for non-destructive testing? AC 43-3 non-destructive testing in aircraft. AC 43-3. What is the purpose of a minimum equipment list MEL? What is the purpose of a minimum equipment list MEL? An MEL permits operation with certain inoperative items of equipment for the minimum period of time necessary until repair or replacement can be accomplished. An MEL permits operation of certain inoperative items of equipment for the minimum period of time necessary until repair or replacement of that non-working item can be accomplished. What is the Master Minimum Equipment List MMEL What is the Master Minimum Equipment List? It is a document approved by FAA that lists the minimum operative instruments and equipment required for a safe flight in that aircraft type in each authorized operating environment. It is a document by the FAA that lists the minimum operative instruments and equipment required for safe flight in that aircraft type in each authorized operating environment. What are the instructions for continued airworthiness? What are the instructions for continued airworthiness? A document prepared by the operator of a helicopter approved by the FAA that explains the maintenance that will be performed. This document is described by 14 CFR Part 27, Appendix A. This is a document prepared by the operator of the helicopter and approved by the FAA that explains the maintenance that will be performed. This document is described in 14 CFR Part 27, Appendix A. What is an approved flight manual, AFM, or Pilot's Operating Handbook, POH? What is an approved flight manual, AFM, or Pilot's Operating Handbook, POH? It is a required document that must be carried in an aircraft that lists the operating limitations specific to that aircraft and its engine. Are instructions included in the federal regulation mandatory or optional? They are very mandatory. What is the purpose of 14 CFR Part 43? Describes maintenance, preventive maintenance, rebuilding, and alteration of certified aircraft. 14 CFR Part 43 describes maintenance, preventive maintenance, rebuilding, and alteration of certified aircraft. Who is authorized to approve an aircraft for return? Who is authorized to approve an aircraft for return to service after a major repair? Easy. An aircraft mechanic holding an inspection authorization. Who is authorized to perform preventive maintenance on an aircraft that has not flown under part 121, 127, 129, or 135? Who is authorized to perform preventive maintenance on an aircraft that is not flown under part 121, 127, 129, or 135? The holder of the pilot certificate that flies that particular aircraft. The holder of a pilot certificate that flies that particular aircraft. Who is authorized to rebuild an aircraft engine and issue a zero-time record? The manufacturer of the engine or facility approved by the manufacturer. Who is authorized to approve an aircraft for return to service after a minor alteration has been performed on the airframe? A certified mechanic holding an airframe rating. What is the purpose of an AD? The purpose of an airworthiness directive, it is to provide guidance and information to owners and operators of aircraft, informing them of the discovery of a condition that prevents the aircraft from continuing to meet a condition of airworthiness. It is a document that informs the owner of that aircraft of a condition that will allow the aircraft to continue being airworthy. What is the first step in the issuance of an AD? A Notice of Proposed Rulemaking, NPRM, is published in the Federal Register. ADs are initiated as either proposed, corrective, or final telegraphic via the Federal Register. How is information on AD disseminated? How is information on an AD disseminated? It is printed and distributed by the first class mail to the registered owner of a certain known operator of products affected. The Federal Register is not of final daily publication of the United States government. It is the printed method of informing the public of laws that are detected or that will be detected. Electronic versions of ADs are available from the Federal Register and from the Regulatory and Guidance Library. What type of AD may be adopted without an NPRM? ADs are urgent nature ADs of urgent nature are issued as immediately adopted rules without prior notice. ADs of urgent nature are issued as immediately adopted rules without prior notice. How is information on an emergency AD sent to the owner or operator after on an affected aircraft or other product? By first class mail, telegram, or other electronic method. What publication list of all the ADs that apply to an aircraft, engines, propellers, or appliances? What publication lists all of the ADs that apply to an aircraft, engines, propellers, or appliances? AC 39-6 Summary of Airworthiness Directive. How can you get information on subscribing to the airworthiness directives? Contact FAA Manufacturing Standards Section AFS 613, P.O. Box 26460, Oklahoma City 73125 0460. Contact FAA Manufacturing Standards Section AFS 613, P.O. Box 26460, Oklahoma City 73125. What is the significance of the identification number 910708? This is an AD was issued in 1999. 07. This AD was issued in the 8th or the 7th biweekly period. 08. This is the 7th AD issued during this period. Is it mandatory that the information in an AC be complied with? No. This information is advisory in nature. AC. Which part of 14 CFR is AC 43.13b associated? 14 AC 43.13b associated. 14 CFR Part 43. May all of the information in an AC point in AC 43.1b-1b be used as approved data? May all information in AC 43.13-1b be used as approved data? No. It is acceptable, but not necessarily approved data. What is the purpose of general aviation airworthiness alerts? They contain information gleaned for malfunction and defect reports to warn maintenance personnel or of problems that have been reported. When must an airworthiness directive be complied with? The AD will include the time or period necessary for corrective action. Where can you find airworthiness standards for normal utility and acrobatic category airplanes? FAR, Federal Aviation Regulation, Part 23. Where can you find airworthiness standards for transport category airplanes? FAR, Federal Aviation Regulation, Part 25 for transport. What federal regulation defines the requirements for the issue of type certificates? FAR, Federal Aviation Regulation, Part 21. Where would you look to find if a specific airplane can be certified in more than one category? On the aircraft specifications or type certificate datasheet. What publication contains instructions for maintenance of all systems and components installed on an aircraft? The manufacturer's maintenance manual. The manufacturer's aircraft maintenance manual.